Hey guys, this is Asim Sharma, training manager from Solframe Consulting. I do hope you're all well again. Today I am going to briefly talk about a few interrelated topics. One is being innovative, the other is creating something based on innovation, and the last one, third, is demonstrating that. So this is now a culmination of some of the topics that I've already covered. So, being innovative, what exactly does it mean? I'm sure you are already aware, and how can you apply that practically? So, a lot of people sometimes are so desperate to be different and stand out from the crowd that they end up trying too hard and they miss the basic concept. So, how I see it is if convention, if something that we routinely do, whatever it may be, how we drive a car, how we learn something, how do we, tackle an issue, it could be anything, solve a problem. If that conventional approach is effective, it's efficient, it doesn't take too long, and it follows a logical sequence of steps, then it's fine. But that doesn't mean that you still can't reinvent that, and that you can't find an alternative to mitigate certain hindering factors. So, for instance, let's say you normally would use meeting platforms such as Google Meet or Zoom for video conferencing, right? And you normally, using your phone or your laptop, you'd have a microphone or you'd have a headset, and you would have basically a sound output so you can hear the other party and a microphone, right? But you don't have access to that. So you have an internet connection, but you don't have a device which is fully equipped to allow you to see the other person, vice versa, hear them, and vice versa. So what could you do? So you may either use a speakerphone if you have a phone, and if you don't, and let's say you have a desktop, a proper old-fashioned desktop, you don't have a webcam, you don't have a microphone. So potentially what could you do? You could just watch what they're doing, and that is it. Perhaps you could hear what they're saying, and that is it. So how do you come across, or how do you innovate? Could be something as simple as, okay, in the meantime you may also be in real time on a live voice call, a normal audio call, if that's feasible, so at least you're able to hear them kind of in sync with what's happening. Now that's just an example, a very specific example, okay? There will be times where you don't need to really do anything because the convention is good enough. But again, that shouldn't hinder you from trying to explore other options. There will be times where you see that, look, there's a problem here, and a lot of people do this, and people have tried, and maybe they've failed, but that's not going to put you off from trying something else. And you just need to look at what is the thing. So, what is the aspect that needs to be, taken care of or addressed? So, I've always found it funny that, look, there are certain things that we take for granted, and maybe many of us think that, hang on, why is this designed this way? But there's not much we can do about it, so let's just get on with it. So if you're driving a car, a manual car, so you have your clutch, you press the clutch, you change the gear, and then you press the accelerator. It's fine. Obviously, people always advise you to keep both hands on the steering wheel, but of course when you're doing gear changes you only have one hand on your steering wheel. I find that a little counterintuitive. So okay, they're automatic cars as well, but then you don't want to become so complacent that you forget how to drive a manual, because that's the proper way of driving, and arguably it's more efficient as well, fuel efficient, right? People are coming up with different kinds of technologies, right? Semi or automatic, flappy paddle gearboxes on the steering wheel, and so on. Now we even have self-driving cars. God knows what's going to happen in the future. I've always thought that why can't we, and people are doing this, car manufacturers are doing this, we already have voice command systems, so why can't we use a combination of our smartphone and Bluetooth and all that to have vocal gear changes, where you're not engaging anything manually, it's coming from your voice, and just the way you would dial a number, it would work, and you wouldn't be coming off the you wouldn't be coming off the steering wheel, so you're still arguably safer. Something like that. It's simple. It already exists, the technology. You're just extending that and harnessing that power. So that's something that people could think about, right? So these are the things I'm talking about. So that leads to creativity. So creativity doesn't mean that you're starting from scratch. It could be an existing concept and you just extend it. And the point is, but you extend it in a way that people have not considered before, but it serves a purpose. It doesn't pose any danger, it serves a purpose. It may have its drawbacks, everything does. So that's what the creativity is. And now demonstrating this would be something as simple as either drawing something up, sketching something, presenting it to someone in a kind of captivating way. And I've mentioned about presentation skills earlier, how to engage the audience. So you may have a brilliant idea, but if you present an idea like this and say, well, this is what I would really expect, and you can probably barely even hear what I'm saying right now, then that's going to be a problem. But if you're energetic and you say that, hey guys, have you ever thought that why we do this? And why is there a problem with this? And what can we do about it? Well, I have a potential solution. Why don't we do this? And by doing X, Y, and Z, these are the benefits, and these are the drawbacks that can be mitigated. And this is how it works. So you're trying to create that enthusiasm and that excitement. So obviously the innovation, then the creation, and then demonstrating that and getting people on board. If you don't, people will say, yeah, good idea, but somehow the execution isn't convincing. But this guy is boring. Just go figure. So anyway, I hope that you found this useful. For further tips, please subscribe to our channel. Excuse me. You can also find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and now Telegram. Please do stay safe, healthy. Look forward to meeting you at one of our courses, and stay tuned for further videos. Do take care. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.